Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the Gemini reading for June of 2020. Gemini, we're doing a pick a card reading this time, and we have 3 piles for you to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. You can also pick through the hematite, tiger's eye, or aventurine crystals. While you're making your selection, I just want to make notes, remind you that there are some links in the descriptions and in the main page of the YouTube. One is for our store, where I'm offering personal readings, written video link, and also one-on-one in live chats via Zoom. There's also our Instagram. We have posts going up there, different varying readings every other day, and also some inspirational posts as well. And there's also the Pinterest, which we've got a new board that's just gone up about which cards are good when you get them in a spread for specific things. So if you're looking for something regarding love interest, it's always good to have, pretty much almost anything in the cups. But the Lover's card, of course, the 2 of Cups means a union. The 4 of Wands, oddly enough, is regarding a union as well. And so it goes through some of the varying things that can happen in life and what good cards you want to get in a spread for those types of items. Just give yourself a second to look at the cards. If you haven't done this kind of thing and you're wondering exactly what you're looking at, we've got the 3 piles here, and each pile is a different reading, but all for Gemini, all for June of 2020. You can pick whatever one you want, like I said, by a sort of a lucky number or a pile that draws you to it. You can pick by the crystals in the front. You're more than welcome, absolutely, to pick more than one pile. If they all call to you, then you're more than welcome to stay and hang out with us for the entire video as well. And I'm just going to go through really quick a small little meditation, which I've noticed helps some people as well. So if you want to make sure you're getting comfortable there, sit back, whether you're on the floor or on a sofa, doesn't matter. If you're laying in your bed, doesn't matter. Just get comfortable and just close your eyes for a sec. Now take a deep breath in. And now take that deep breath out. And as you're reaching the bottom of that breath, open your eyes. Whichever of the 3 piles or crystals you were drawn to the most as soon as your eyes opened, that's the pile that's calling to you. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and start with the first pile, and we'll see you at your reading. There are timestamps in the description and as well in the first comment that's pinned to the top of the comment section, just in case you're using a mobile device that doesn't allow you to see the descriptions. All right, see you in a moment, Gemini. Welcome, Gemini pile 1. Whether you picked the first pile itself or you picked based on the hematite, this is your pile for June of 2020. Now, this is going to be for, I missed this in the intro, so I apologize. Hopefully you're still hanging out. This is for Gemini, it can be your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. You could be also cross-watching. I always forget the cross-watchers. I apologize. If you're cross-watching, welcome. So we have 8 cards in the spread today, so let's go through, pull them all out, have a look at the spread as a total to get your message. So as we're going, if you see something that looks a little worrying or maybe a little anxious, seeing something maybe in reverse, don't worry. Let's give a look at the message from the energies of all 8 put together, okay? So we're starting out, and we have the 10 of Swords. And next we have, it's actually the 4 of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. We also have the 5 of Pentacles upright. For your light workers, we have mirror, who or what is triggering you. Okay? We have hope, which there's a number at the top, which is number 27 or master number 9. We also have blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. And magician and the mirror, which is card is number 53 or master number 8. And last but never least, we have Pandora with curiosity. Okay. Okay, so let's just take a minute just to look at the spread as a whole and take in exactly what you're seeing. Okay, so we're starting out with the Ten of Swords, which is, tens are usually regarding completions, and the swords is regarding communication. So this could be finally being able to get something off your chest, finally being able to speak to someone that you've been waiting to speak to, just having that communication that you've needed. And it could be with yourself too, don't forget. So it doesn't have to be with another person, it can be an internal conversation. The Ten of Swords always looks like, it looks like a bad card, right? The person's got the swords in their back, but what it is it's the end of that suffering. So if you're familiar with the tarot, the Nine of Swords depicts anxiety, it's sleepless nights. The 10 is finally getting that rest, finally being able to finish off with whatever it happens to be that's been bothering you so much. You finally reached the end of whatever that cycle was. And we do have, later on, we do have in the oracle cards regarding a blessing coming. We also have the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Pentacles upright. So the Five of Pentacles usually speaks of monetary issues, and the Four of Pentacles was hoarding. So you have, or not necessarily hoarding, I'm sorry, but basically being very watchful of your finances. The Five of Pentacles is regarding maybe requiring some assistance in that effect. So it could be that this actually could be what's worrying you is your finances. This could be what's really been your Ten of Swords, what's kept you in that loop of concern and anxiety and worry, and really sort of has got everything on your mind, as it were. And so you've come out, you're not necessarily in the tightening the purse strap stage. You are having some issues with the finance just based on the five. Fives are always kind of a little bit negative. It's nothing you can't overcome in any way, okay? It may be that you aren't currently looking at your finances, and it suggests that Spirit is suggesting that maybe that's something that you should be considering. Maybe you should be turning the four around and sort of holding on a little bit more tightly to your coins, as it were. But we do have a mirror, so what it's asking you is who or what is triggering you. So what is it that's concerning you? What's got you in this 10 mode that had you in a sleepless night, that has you feeling so defeated, that has you so concerned about your money? It could be something internal. It could be something external. It could also be an ancestral, what they call ancestral karma or sin, where maybe your parents or your grandparents weren't that great with money, and it's sort of been passed down. The spending habits have been passed down a little bit. It could be something to do with jobs, your career, etc., is maybe not going so well at the moment, but hold out, because we do have hope. So I'm taking this top as what's coming, sort of what has come in. So this is where you're coming into June from. So you're coming in, finishing off this Ten of Swords. You're coming in a little bit in the need to look at your finances, maybe considering turning that around and sort of keeping a little bit more control over what you're spending, etc. But there is hope, obviously, always hope. And there is a blessed change coming. So I don't know if maybe during this time in the world you've had some issues with your maybe your job or the company you were with or what have you. But a major life change is coming, which is going to be an actual blessing for you. So this may be that time to look into doing something you've always wanted to do. Maybe there's something where you've always wanted to try a different type of business or try a different type of career, and you've been sort of feeling more loyal to what you were doing. You've been feeling, even though maybe it wasn't making you happy where you were getting that constant paycheck, as it were. And sometimes there's, depending on what your responsibilities are, there can always be that sort of, well, I'd love to do something else, but this is keeping my lights on and, keeping food on the table. And right now you may be getting that opportunity to try out that new change. And it is a blessed change, so it's something that's coming in as a positive for you. And we do have, don't forget, the Magician and the Mirror. So the Magician talks about manifestation. There's actually a Magician card in the tarot decks. And it's basically, he's got all of the suits. He's got a pentacle, he's got a sword, he's got a wand. So he's all about manifesting passions, love, communication, finance, material, etc. And so you've got the Magician, and there's a mirror here, and a mirror is always, where are you at? A mirror will show you exactly what you are right now. So even if you aren't able to sort of live in the present, the mirror does it for you. It shows you exactly what you're looking at that particular second. So maybe it's holding a mirror up to where you're at in life right this second. Maybe the beginning of June is really kind of taking that look. And the Magician part of that card is suggesting looking at those manifestations, looking at where you want to be next. Where do you want to be within the next 30 days, sort of thing? What could you possibly start or change in some way that will get you to where you want to be? Start to get you to where you want to be. I mean, complete overhaul will probably not happen necessarily within the 30 days, but at least a start of that overhaul. And don't forget, you have the Curiosity card. So Pandora, most people know of her and go, oh, she's, with that box and everything. But remember that what was left inside the box was hope. Okay? And granted, I shuffled these, I put them all together, and I never looked at them before I started filming this. And it's actually kind of funny, just that the Curiosity, Pandora's card and the Hope card both came out in the same spread. So have that curiosity. Take a look in the mirror and see what it is. And it doesn't have to be a physical mirror. I mean, I'm not saying go to your bedroom or your bathroom and look in the mirror. It could just be hold yourself up to yourself and just, where are you at? Where is your reality currently, and where do you want it to be? What's got your curiosity piqued for your next step? Okay? So this is what I have for you as far as the energies for you for June. And please leave a comment below. Let me know, and let's discuss with other Gemini as well. What are you looking forward to for June? What is it that you're looking forward to trying, to doing, to changing? And we are doing a reading at the end of the month too. I'm going to be doing one again of each for all of the zodiac signs regarding what lessons or what takeaways did June provide you. So come back in a few weeks. I mean, definitely come back. We're doing some full moon, new moon, eclipses, retrogrades, all those. We're covering all those with different readings and having various readings between, but be sure to come back at the end of the month and see, where have you changed? How has life changed for you? Please like this video if you enjoyed your time with me. And please also subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you're alert to any and all updates. And they could just be Gemini readings and they could be overall energy readings. Okay? Have a really great June. Thank you, Gemini. Welcome to the Gemini who picked pile 2. This is your reading for June of 2020. So remember, this is pile 2 or the Tiger Eye, whichever way you ended up choosing. So today we have for Gemini, and that's going to be Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cross Watchers, anybody Gemini related. There are 8 cards that we're going to do as a spread, and keep in mind that the energies that you're looking at for your reading are included in all 8 placed together and how they generate an entire message. So if you see something that's a little concerning as we're going through which cards are in here, don't worry. Let's look at the end result and see what the actual message intact is. Okay? So we're starting out with the 2 of Pentacles. And we have the Moon. And Strength. Okay. We also have Align Your Life, which has fine print says, what is not aligned or needs to change. That's something to think about while you're sitting with us, or something to think about. Maybe it's something to look at over the entire month. Also have Lust, which is also, it's got a 24 at the top, or master number 6. There's also Mother Healing. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. And that could be referring to your actual mother or a mother figure. It could be an aunt, guardian, grandmother, ancestor, neighbor. We also have Man Holding a Coin. And the number on that is 43, or master number 7. And we have, for the goddess cards, we have Oya or Deliverance. Okay. Just moving them up a bit so you can see. There we go. Okay. Okay, so take a moment with the energies as a total spread, and we will review them in just a moment, okay? Okay, Gemini, so we're looking at, we have the 2 of Pentacles, which always depicts some kind of choice that has to be made. I don't see that you're necessarily stuck in the choice. What I'm seeing with that is that you are in the midst of making a choice, or that's where your energies are when you're coming into June. You've been maybe throughout May kind of looking at something that you're either oring, you know? We also have the Moon, which it talks about shadow self or shadow work. If you're not familiar with shadow work, basically grab your phone, grab your laptop, piece of paper, whatever. What's most on your mind? What's got you concerned or stopping you from doing something? So you write down whatever that happens to be. So I'm going to throw just a scenario for you. Say you want to get a dog. Okay, well, why do you want to get a dog? Well, because I've always wanted a dog, even when I was a little kid. Okay, but why did you want a dog when you were a little kid? Well, because all the other kids had one, or I used to watch, Littlest Hobo. Whatever. The idea of shadow work is continuously asking why to whatever the question is, to really find the root of whatever the the reason for this sort of stuckness, or the reason why you're sitting with two choices and maybe not being able to make that decision. The other possibility with considering it's the pentacles or coins, what I've always suggested to people when they're making decisions, or they seem to be stuck on a decision, is to literally flip a coin. That's not meant to cheapen your problem or concern, but when you've got two choices, you've got a yes or no, you've got a this or that, what have you. As the penny or the coin or what have you is in the air, whatever is going to land, you kind of have this thing going in your head where you're kind of like, I hope it's, and it's completely unconscious. Like, you won't even realize you're doing it until you get to even turning your hand over and realizing that the coin was heads and you wanted it to be tails. And you're like, oh. But then that gives you that answer, that what do you actually want more? What are you actually hoping that the answer is going to be? Okay? We also have the Strength card, which has the infinity symbol at the top. So you do have that guided strength. You do have the ability to get through this decision, whatever it happens to be that sort of got you blocked at the moment. It is asking you about alignment, though, too. So remember that as we get older, as we grow older, we grow into new people. So maybe the decision that you're making, too, could be between something that is aligned with the way you used to be, or the people that you used to hang out with. Now, maybe the higher vibe is, and this could be why it's a hard decision, is maybe that it's going to bring you out of that friend group that you have, or maybe it's going to bring you out of something that you really enjoy. So it's like, what is actually aligning with you now? Not what was aligning with you 6 months ago, but what's aligning with you now. Where are you actually wanting to head? Okay? We do have Lust, which comes under the Two of Pentacles as well. So, I mean, it could be, of course, baseline, just physical description of the card. It could be a choice of trying to decide whether you should be having something on the side, as they say, something extramarital, extra situational, something like that. No judgment on either way. That's entirely up to you how you're handling that. But that could be what you're trying to decide on, okay? And so thinking again, why do you want to do something like that? Where does your strength lie? Does your strength lie with this new person? Does your strength lie with the person you're with? Again, I don't know if that's the decision you're trying to make. I'm just going with, that would be the absolute physical description of the Lust card. Lust could literally just be you're lusting after anything. It could be a new car, a new job, a new house. Maybe you want to move to something bigger, better, a new town, whatever. Just keep yourself in alignment, and don't forget that who you are when you're making the decision, and who you want to be at the end of the month, or who you want to be in 5 years. Like, does this decision, does this alignment that you're trying to move towards work with that? So you're looking at mother healing too. So this could be a decision based on maybe something your parents always wanted for you. Which can lead to a lot of fun and interesting problems and concerns and anxieties. I don't see any like 9 or 10 of swords in here or anything like that regards anything anxious. So you are good in that respect, and it could be that the healing of your relationship, or your sort of mother figure, is bringing you into something wonderful and something new as well. So you've also got the Man with the Coin. Now, this could be you. Remember that it's what the card is depicting is energy. It's not depicting that you, as a viewer, are male or female, or identify as male or female, or not. What it is it's the energy. So it could be somebody it could actually be physically a man, or somebody with masculine energy coming towards you to help out with a financial decision, or it could be you coming into your sort of coming at your financial issues or financial wants and desires from a masculine perspective, from that sort of more business. That's almost going to sound stereotypical, but the energies themselves don't work that way. So it could either be you or it could be somebody coming to help you out. And Oya does say deliverance. So whatever this is, it literally is delivering you. So it's delivering you from this decision that you're having a hard time making. It's delivering you from this shadow self that's sort of keeping you bogged down with the what if, and why. So the deliverance is delivering you into your new aligned self, okay? So basically, all told, for the month of June, I'm seeing you making that choice, making that decision that you're trying to make, going through your shadow and maybe actually leveling up as far as your vibration and your self goes as well. Realizing your strength, finding your true alignment, getting rid of things that don't align with you. Finding out what, and lust could actually just be like finding out your passion. It could be finding out really which of the two choices that you make that run with the alignment that you want to go into, what really is the passion that takes you there. Healing your past issues with a mother or a mother figure, someone coming in to help you as far as finances, or somebody to come in or an energy, which could again be yours. Maybe you're just sort of solidifying your own abilities with money and finance, and it could be just material possessions as well. So you are having an overall positive experience for June, and it's going to be an extremely enlightening experience. You're vibing, you're leveling up, you're doing all the things that need to be done to make you that sort of next level. So your summer is going to be like, you're going to be hot this summer. That's all there is to it. Anyway, Gemini, so this is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for joining. Please leave a comment. What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you enjoyed about this reading? If you have any questions as well, any suggestions for readings, that would be great. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because we are having readings periodically throughout the month as well regarding the lunar cycles, the retrogrades. There's 2 eclipses this month. We also, at the end of every month, that we're starting it this June, because the channel just started, but we're starting it right away. At the end of the month, we're going to come back and say, what did you learn this month? As a zodiac, as a Gemini, what did you learn? What did you take away from June? Okay? Have a really wonderful month. Thank you, Gemini. Welcome to Pile 3, Gemini. This is your June reading for 2020. If you picked either Pile 3 or the Aventurine Crystal, this is your pile. And we're going to go ahead and grab up all the cards. There are 8 cards within this spread. And this is for Gemini for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're also here for the Cross Watchers, so welcome to Cross Watchers. And yeah, so let's open all the cards. Let's see what we're looking at as a whole. So as we're going, if you see something that may be a little concerning to you, or a card that looks a bit negative, hold off. Remember that it's 1/8 of what your total message for June is. Okay? All right, so we are starting out with the Page of Pentacles. And we have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And we also have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Moving on to the Oracle cards, we have Protection. I'll show you that in a second. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Okay. There's also Deceit. There's also number 38 on top, which is, it reduces to an 11, but I think it's actually a master number 2, because I think the master numbers only go up to 9. So If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. Anybody who happens to know that and that can correct me on that particular point, that would be awesome. I always enjoy learning. And your mermaids and dolphins is you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. So remember, the wording on the cards and the word choices on the cards aren't necessarily the energies that are aligning with you personally as far as the use of the word heaven, if it's not a word that you would use normally in a day-to-day. It could just be talking about the universe or spirit. So we're kind of all-inclusive here as far as whatever options you choose for your identifying terms are more than okay. We also have action, which above has the number 17 or master number 8. And last but never least, we have Sedna, which says abandonment. Okay? So we're just going to take a moment to just take in the energy of all the cards put together. Okay, Gemini, so for your June, I'm seeing you've got your Page of Pentacles. So you've got something that's coming in a little bit slow, but that's okay. There is a message of some type coming in regarding your finances, your material possessions, material world. That could refer to literally anything is like 3D related. Maybe your home, business, car, lack of car, whatever. Anything that to do with that. There's something, some message coming towards you regarding that. Now you have been trying to make a decision recently. Maybe even within May, you could still be looking at making that decision. But by June, you're kind of coming out of that. You're going to. It's the card. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that decision is going to be made. So that literally the two is kind of not, we don't have to worry about it anymore. And that could be it could either be that the message that's coming towards you helps you make that decision, or it could be a message that you realize and put forth that pretty much stops the decision making. Okay? And you've also got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse too. Now the Seven of Pentacles usually depicts somebody who's kind of waiting. It's usually shown as a farmer who's kind of watching the crops grow, as it were. So you're watching the investments, all that kind of thing. So what I'm seeing is not sitting back, not really waiting for anything anymore. So I'm seeing that you've done the investing, and it could be in time. It doesn't have to be investing in monetary, like actual finance or stocks or anything like that. It could be you're investing time in something. So it could be that you've been making a decision, and the investment could literally be investing your time in making that decision. So the messenger that's coming in is going to help reverse both those. So the decision is now made. There's no more having to invest any time or energy or anything within regarding that. And you've also got the protection. So it says call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. So what that is literally it's take a rest. You don't have to worry about investing anything in it. So you're calling back your power. You're taking that. I would say it's the oracle equivalent of a Four of Swords. Time to just lay back, just rest it out. There is a comment of deceit right underneath the messenger. I don't think it's necessarily actual deceit. I think I'm looking at that more as a shadow card. I'm looking at it as maybe your concern. So maybe you've been investing so long, you've been waiting so long to make this decision that part of you is kind of going, can I trust this messenger that's coming in sort of almost suddenly? Can I really finally sort of rest and relax, and this decision has been made? So you could be not necessarily deceiving yourself, but looking for deceit that may not actually be there. Now you've got here also that you're being helped. So don't forget that. So spirit, the universe, your ancestors are trying to assist you. So again, I'm not seeing that deceit as being an actual physical deceit that's going to take place. You do have action, which again, the messenger versus waiting around. So the action card is pulling that back in. You've also got a white and black horse on this action card. And if you're familiar with the tarot, the chariot that's pulled by horses in tarot, the horses are usually depicted as being black and white. So one sort of, it's almost like the angel and devil on the shoulder kind of idea, where one is good and one is bad. So the two together almost neutralize each other. So the action that's coming towards you is neutral action. The action you're taking is a neutral action. The action itself is neutral. How you're perceiving it and what you're doing with the message that's coming that's where the actual energy is going to lie. Okay? You do have abandonment. Again, I don't think this is abandoning you in any way. I don't think this is somebody literally sort of like walking away from you. I think it's the abandonment of this time that you spent so much time invested in trying to make something work. You've been investing in trying to make a decision. You've been investing in, whether it's a business, a plan, a financial investment, whatever that is, but you've been investing time and energy in this. And I think that you're finally being able to walk away from that. Not walking away from the actual item or the finance, the money, what have you, but you're walking away from having to keep working on it. You're walking away from having to sit with the decision-making process. You're having a chance to rest. Action is coming towards you. You're divinely helped. You don't have to really sort of hold on to everything so tightly. And you're actually being able to abandon all of the extra energy, all of the concern, the worry, I don't see the swords here, but I'm sure that with all of the work and all of the decision making, that somewhere maybe if I had been doing this with you, or if you had had a reading done in May, you probably would have had a 9 of Swords somewhere in there. That has now turned into the messenger coming in, and all of your decision making is now done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. That decision is coming. That you have it. It's yours. So the abandonment is abandoning all of the need to hold on to things that you're okay to rest. You don't have to keep working. You don't have to keep fighting. You don't have to keep, putting all this effort in. It's ready. It's coming. It's yours. Gemini, that is pretty much the reading I have for you. It was really kind of powerful. I felt really very driven while I was reading that out for you. This is exciting stuff, absolutely. So yeah, I would love to find out exactly what's going on. If you have a chance, if you want to, please leave a comment. Like this video if you enjoyed this reading. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification. We have not only our regular readings, we're going to be doing the full moon and new moon energies. We're also going to be doing the 2 eclipses and some of the retrogrades as well. And at the end of the month, be sure to come back, and that's why I'm saying make sure you hit that notification. We're going to be doing how the energies in June sort of worked out for you, what lessons you learned, what was your takeaway from June of 2020. So yeah, wonderful reading. I'm so glad that you came in and stayed with us for this, and have a really great month. Thank you so much, Gemini.